Green ICT and cloud computing are big buzzwords in the technology sector, and coming to Hong Kong, joining a seminar here, is Dr. Charles Despins. Dr. Despins represents Prompt Inc. in Canada. Now, you're talking about cloud computing, but the smart element of that, how do you define it?
Well, the cloud computing paradigm so far has been about infrastructure, IT infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, for example. And I think now what the industry is moving towards is really to leverage that concept towards telco networks and really moving telco network functions into the cloud to improve their economics.
The Hong Kong Cloud Standards Alliance is something that has just been formed, we're told. How's that going to increase standards, as you say?
Well, Hong Kong is actually already a very big hub for cloud computing solutions and data centers and that sort of thing. And only going to improve Hong Kong's position as a huge hub for such solutions. The standards are required not just to make the data centers themselves efficient in terms of their operation, but the standards quite broad, actually. And when I mentioned moving the cloud concept to telco networks to improve their economics, there's also a huge opportunity there to leverage that concept to make the networks more green, to improve their energy efficiency, and actually leverage them to reduce carbon emissions of the networks. One key point is that telco networks have a growing carbon footprint right now. And the cloud concept is really based on migrating, or so-called virtualizing, software solutions into data centers. You can do this for telecom networks as well, and the industry is moving towards that. And when you do this and you migrate network functions from a locale where the energy is non-renewable, and you do so towards data centers which could be co-located with renewable energy sources, then you can improve the footprint of the networks. And when there's a price on carbon, as is being imposed throughout the world gradually now, that will further improve the economics. And the energy efficiency on top of that adds only to the advantage as well.
And Dr. Despins, can you really put a figure on the sort of savings you'd make if you're a small or medium-sized company, for example?
Well, the overall opportunity worldwide has been estimated at something like $800 billion a year in energy savings for the industry and also for the users of ICT products and solutions, and also estimated at about 15% of the planet's carbon emissions. So that's quite huge. For the individual company, the individual user, it can be quite significant in terms of actually reducing energy consumption, and eventually, when there's a price on carbon, to leverage some of those carbon credits that will come to appear.
Now, the downside, critics would say, is security. What would you say to that?
The issue is that you have to build trust. And you were talking about Hong Kong being a hub for the cloud environment. And you need also an entire environment for a locale for your data centers, which has a lot of business trust. And Hong Kong is such a locale.
There's a growing number of cloud computer centers in Hong Kong. Where does it put us strategically, really, in Asia?
It's already one of the main hubs, as we mentioned, and I think being a main hub, being close to China, also being close to large bodies of water, having opportunities to build wind and solar farms, for example, that positions Hong Kong as well to invest in renewable energies and actually exploit the green ICT opportunity very much to build on its already strong position as a cloud computing hub.
So how would you see the partnership growing between Canada, where you come from, and Hong Kong, and of course including your own company?
Prompt is an R&D consortium of about 30 companies. Some of them are multinationals, many Canadian universities in partnership with some universities overseas as well. Actually, a lot of our members are looking obviously at the huge China market, the huge Asia market, and for the reasons I just mentioned, Hong Kong could be a hub for green ICT in the future and for the carbon neutral telco networks of the future as well. And in that sense, there's very strong interest to build collaborations here, both with providers of solutions and with the academic and research world as well.